the state of things in Britain for musicians isn't the best, to put it lightly. Post-Brexit, of which it's a time period that we've been in for just under 2 years now. Um, sorry, just under 3 years now. Um, my math is all over the place on this Wednesday evening. How are things? How are things going? I know you can't speak for kind of all musicians, but how are you finding
Well,
it?
I can certainly speak for myself and the musicians I know. And look, COVID happened, and it happened around the same time as Brexit, which is very useful for people who want to fudge the numbers of what is causing the most disruption in the UK economy.
Yeah,
But I think they both had a strong effect. And look, COVID, there were lockdowns. A lot of musicians were told, you know, get a new job. Do you remember this meme that went around about Fatima is
yeah.
is she's going to retrain into cyber. She just
Remind
doesn't know
everybody
it
now.
yet.
This was a poster that they put out of a ballerina um doing a stretch, and the message read, "Fatima's retraining as a, I want to say, it, maybe a coder."
I remember it saying in cyber. I could be remembering that. It was basically she's getting a job in tech or something like
Yeah,
that,
I'm sure you're right.
but she doesn't know it yet, which sounds ominous when you think about it. Uh,
Yeah,
it doesn't sound fun and whimsical. It sounds like she's been horribly fired from the ballet industry.
yeah. She's been
Um,
made redundant, and we're the only ones for some reason. The viewer is the one in on it. She doesn't know that this is about to happen yet.
and people thought it was in bad taste at the time, and I think it was in bad taste, and I think it's even in worse taste now that that is pretty much what's happened to quite a lot of musicians I know.
Yeah,
I met someone in the street a few days ago who has done a similar thing to me. Like, I now have a job outside of music, which I never had before COVID. I always made money as a musician and an educator, and it was difficult, but and at the time it felt like it was oppressively difficult, and you um oh, this is really bad, this will probably get better over time.
yeah,
I'd say for a lot of people now it's not possible. um some people will still be making it work, obviously. Depends on how established you are in the music industry. If you are a successful recording artist, then yeah, you can probably still make money from touring, selling records and whatnot. But for the people who do well but aren't like internationally successful, I think it's become difficult to the point of impossible if you aren't getting money from somewhere else. And I'm not going to lie, for a lot of musicians, just anecdotally, that is a trust fund or rich parents. But for a lot of us now, it's working in cyber, which is
yeah.
is I'm working for a undisclosed tech company now. I know other people who are doing the same. I have a few friends who are doing Ocado, delivery driving. Quite a lot of people doing teaching work as well, which I used to do a lot, but I think that's got worse as well. I can talk about that a little bit, but that's a whole other kettle of fish. But overall, I think it's got a lot worse, and I can't see. In a way, I almost feel better about some of the music I do now because I've sort of given up on trying to monetize it. But
Right.
I'm still doing that, but I just don't think of it as being uh, a source of income anytime soon, which is a relief, but also a bit depressing at the same time.